Greetings, comrades! This is I'm Caleb, back with a quick little video. And as some of you may be already aware, which I actually just found out this when I got home, there is the Steam Deck OLED. That's right, much like the Switch, there is now an OLED version coming out for the Steam Deck. And as you can see, it improves on the original with a high dynamic range screen, longer battery, faster downloads, and a few other features. And before we continue, am I going to get a Steam Deck OLED? Probably not, because, well, I already have a Steam Deck and it suits me well just fine. But this might be a case of, like, if you don't have the original Steam Deck, now there's a new version you can get, which has a better screen. And as you can see here, the 256GB version of the original Steam Deck is still available. But the new OLED Steam Deck won't be coming out till November 16th, which is next Thursday, as of this video's recording. And it looks like it has pretty much the same size screen as the original Steam Deck, only instead of LCD, it's OLED, which is high dynamic range, higher quality visuals, and stuff like that. And what's interesting here is that the $649 run has 1 terabyte of NVMe, whereas the higher model Steam Deck I have is only 512, which is now the middle version. It's pretty interesting. Which, by the way, I just scrolled on here. The original 64GB and 512GB ones, unfortunately, they're going to be discontinued. So if you want to get your hands on the original Steam Deck version while this cheap of a price, now's the time to do it, because from the looks of it, they're permanently discontinued, and they're pretty much going to be available until they're out of stock. And as you can see, the 512GB LCD Steam Deck, the one I have, has dropped by $200. So that's a pretty good deal. So if you're not too interested in the OLED, and you still want to get the 512GB one, jump on it while you can, because there's no saying how much is left, so I highly suggest you jump on it while you can. For everyone else who doesn't have a Steam Deck, but you do want to get one, now you have 2 new options, the 512GB OLED and the 1 terabyte OLED, which you can see here. Yeah, you got the storage, and same resolution, 1280 by 800, but OLED display, and naturally the higher one's going to have the anti-glare etched glass, and the screen's a little larger too. Instead of 7 inches, it's 7.4 diagonal display size, so it's going to be a little bigger, which means more room for better visuals, hopefully. It also has a smaller nanometer APU. Instead of 7 nanometers, it's 6 nanometers. I'm not sure what difference that's going to play, but Wi-Fi 6E instead of Wi-Fi 5, so hopefully better Wi-Fi connection and speed and stuff like that, and a larger battery, whereas the original Steam Deck has a 40-watt-hour battery. This is a 50-watt-hour battery, so instead of 2 to 8 hours, it's 3 to 12 hours. So yeah, larger battery life, and yeah, it comes with the same power supply, but it has a longer cable. Instead of 1.5 meters, it's 2.5 meters, so it's a little longer. And naturally, you got the carrying case, the profile bundles, exclusive startup movie, virtual keyboard theme, so you know, all that stuff. Yeah, I already have a Steam Deck and it's fine for my uses for it, so I go with that. But yeah, if you don't have a Steam Deck and you're interested in getting one, then check out the OLED. It won't come out till next Thursday, so keep an eye out on that. And there's also a limited edition Steam Deck OLED. It has different colors, highly limited, only available in the United States and Canada, which it looks cool, but I don't know, if it were blue, I'd definitely jump on that. You know, red's cool and all, but blue's my favorite color, so if they make one in blue, I would definitely jump on that. But yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the 64GB and 512GB LCD ones are being discontinued, so they're available until they're out of stock, so if you want to get one, jump on it while you can. And it looks like the docking stations dropped in price. Now instead of $90, it's $80. I know $79. You know what I mean. And yes, Steam Deck OLED. All the things you love about Steam Deck now with an OLED screen, better battery life, faster Wi-Fi, and more. Look at it. Brighter colors, blacker blacks. Steam Deck's HDR OLED display is designed from the ground up for gaming, with striking contrast, brilliant clarity, and a larger picture. With more colors, pure blacks, and amazing motion recognition, you'll see your games in a new light. More time to play, Steam Deck OLED has 30 to 50% more battery life. You fit a bigger battery into the case and the OLED display draws less power. Add an updated, more efficient AMD APU and you'll have way more time to play your favorites. Okay, so there's some benefits to that. Faster downloads. Now comes with Wi-Fi 6E, offering increased bandwidth and lower latency. This means faster downloads up to 3 times faster and stable online play. Okay. Lighter and cooler. Thanks to a bigger fan and updated thermals, Steam Deck OLED runs cooler, weighs 30 grams, or around 5% lighter than the LCD model due to the screen. All Steam Deck's Boat LCD own OLED powerful portable PC gaming devices, made for comfort and a console-like experience. Yeah, we've seen that before. And yeah, these are the new tech specs for the OLED version, the 6nm AMD APU with the Zen 2 4-core 8-thread 2.4 to 3.5 GHz processor, which yeah, it's pretty much the same as the so you get the same CPU. The GPU, from the looks of it, looks like it's fairly similar. We've got the 1.6 GHz here, whereas Steam Deck LCD, it's 1 to 1.0 to 1.6 GHz, up to 1.6 teraflops of FP32. Whereas here, it's pretty much solid 1.6 GHz, 1.6 teraflops. So yeah, and the APU power is pretty much the same. RAM's actually the RAM's a little different, whereas still 16 gigabytes of LPDDR5. But the LCD is 5500 MTS, whereas here it's 6400 MTS, so it's a little bit faster. And yeah, naturally 512 gigabytes, 1 terabytes. And of course, they're going to have the micro SD card slot, just like the. So it'd be weird if they didn't include that. And yeah, pretty much the same as far as the controls and input go. Just going through it back and forth just to make sure. Yep. And yeah, resolution's the same, so keep that in mind. It's just instead of, you know, your IPS LCD, it's HDR OLED. And of course, it's slightly larger, 7.4 inches opposed to just regular 7 inches. 400 nits for brightness for the original LED, whereas OLED's going to be a little brighter, 1000 nits peak brightness, and even with SDR it's still brighter at 600 nits. And the contrast ratio, it's not even on LCD, but refresh rate, touch enabled. Oh yeah, it's a higher refresh up to 90 Hz instead of just 60. High performance touch, okay. Bluetooth 5.3, support for controllers, accessories, and audio, with a dedicated Bluetooth antenna. So yeah, definitely some improved specs here and there. And it's supposedly lighter. Yeah, 669 grams for the original Steam Deck, whereas here it's 640 grams. Might not be as noticeable, but if you use the original Steam Deck and you use this, you'll probably tell the difference. And what about the OS? Yeah, it's pretty much the same OS. We'll do it the same updates and whatnot. And yeah, you can pause on the FAQ if you want to look at that. But yeah, from the looks of it, let's see. So yeah, limiting purchases to 1 model of Steam Deck OLED per account per week. So all you scalpers, you're not going to be able to do that with this, at least not as easily. Let's see. Replacement parts will be over by iFixit. Repair guides, okay. And yeah, no difference in accessory compatibility between Steam Deck and Steam Deck OLED. So yeah, the docking station will still work. Like any Bluetooth controllers that work on the original Steam Deck will work on the OLED. And yeah, it's pretty much the exact same shell from the looks of it. It's just slightly lighter, but has better thermals, faster storage, and of course, better screen. and a better battery life, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, Steam Deck OLED. So again, if you already have a Steam Deck, then this is probably the same scenario with like the Switch. Like if you already own the original Switch, there's very little reason to get the OLED version. Which for me is this case here. I already have a Steam Deck, so I personally am not going to get this. But if you are interested in a Steam Deck, you don't have one, I think now's a good time to jump on it. But for the original, pretty much all that's going to be left is the original 256 gigabyte one, whereas the 64 and 512 gigabytes, they're no longer going to be available once they're out. So jump on these if you want, while you can. Otherwise, make way for the OLED. So yeah, this is pretty much why I came across this today. I figured I'd do a little video on it, and yeah. The Steam Deck OLED. Wasn't expecting to see this, but hey, it's certainly welcome. But yeah, I'll stick with my current Steam Deck. Maybe if that ever dies out, I might jump on one of these, but yeah, that's a bit of a stretch because I don't play the Steam Deck that much. And even then, it's in like short bursts and stuff like that, so I'm pretty sure my Steam Deck's gonna last a while. Besides, I have my money planned on something else, and I'll announce it later on. Which I kind of technically already did, but a bigger announcement will be later on. So yeah, this is Neffex Caleb signing out. Have a good day.
I'm on the same Ravenna. Let's be once in the movie. Let's be all safe in the movie. Let's be all life in the movie.